What's up, YouTube? And you had to have known. I know she knew that I was going to have to pop up and say something, right? And trust me, there's a million things I want to say that I just I don't have the time or energy for. But, Miss Ida, everybody can go back on YouTube and just watch how all this started. One of these days, the other people that's involved in the whole entire story will not want their names hid anymore. And the ones that's went away from YouTube, that's just silently went aside, they'll be okay with me mentioning their part of the story too. See, that's where y'all got everybody by the balls at, you think, because you done chased off key parts of why all of this has happened, and that's fine. The reason why you hated me so much is because you can't silence me. All I gather from your hatred is more strength. Just know that. So, by the way, for you ignoramuses that don't know any better, I ain't never claimed to be a part of any Hells Angels group. You all are out your fucking mind. As a matter of fact, I'm 99.9% sure that the Hells Angels don't even have a fucking chapter in the state of Missouri, which is where I grew up at and am a part of things. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So maybe you should get your facts straight. What I'm a part of and what organizations, you don't even want to start digging in that because you're about to open up a whole nother can of fucking worms. So let's go down that road. That's one of Ida Heron's fucking lies that she spreads and lets other people in her chat room spread. I can go on through a list of these things, y'all. This is a woman that I stood by, God rest her mother's soul, while her mother was passing away with cancer. Stayed up on the phone with her visiting, prayed for that woman a million times over. You don't even know, just because my mom is going through the same thing. I felt like I was a part of things with her, and there is a whole story behind where it all divides. The problem with that story being told is there's other individuals involved, and they have asked for it not to have to all come out in the YouTube community, even though for the most part they have stepped away from the coin community and they just kind of do this and that and other. Thank you, Miss Ida, for doing that to good people that no longer want to be associated with bullshit. So I can't tell you all the whole entire truth, so I can't tell you any of it until the other people say, hey, you know what? It's okay. Go ahead and let the whole world know exactly what went down. But I can tell you this, people don't just act a certain way unless they're provoked. And all I've ever done is spoke the truth. And that's why I can't tell you all parts of the story without telling you the whole story. And I can't tell it to you without these other people's names being involved and brought into it. And I'm that guy that when you ask me not to, I'm not. And it's real fucked up that I have to be the guy that looks like the bad guy because the truth is out there and it just can't be told. Hopefully, already two of them I've talked to today, hopefully they come around and see that. I mean, one of them was like, you know what, you're probably right. Maybe just, they even asked me to tell it, but not have to tell all of it. And I'm like, I can't do that. Y'all want to hear the whole facts, the whole freaking story, then the whole thing needs to come out from beginning to where we are right now today. And then everybody could decide, has Jeff Crumpler lost his fucking mind about these morons, or maybe you're on the side of them. Maybe that's perfectly fine. At least then y'all could actually draw a true, you know, feel like I'm on trial back when I was younger. See, and I didn't fill out a statement then because, well, that patch I have on me says that I won't do that. Misguided people like you wouldn't understand that. So I had to sit there in that jury box, in that trial box, watching that jury cast judgment on me, knowing, hey, I wasn't even good for half the shit, but I couldn't say no different. I had to just keep my mouth shut. So here I sit on YouTube once again, keeping my mouth shut, getting drugged through the mud, letting the shit reach the streets. And here I can't tell the story because it involves other people, and they've asked for it not to be all out there like that. Even though it's embarrassed them to the point of they have just, pretty much backed away from the whole YouTube thing, had their whole families all up in arms about it. It's crazy. If y'all only knew the truth, that's, I just keep saying, man, if they only knew why I'm this way about some of these cats. Meanwhile, they're half truths and half lies this morning, her bullshit. I ain't never got thrown out of no coin shop, by the way. You can believe after someone sent me that stream, I called that coin shop. Like, what the fuck's up with that? I mean, I done had to have a talk with them today, Miss Ida, so thank you. See, you wrecked more than one person's whole day. I don't think you get it. I'm not one of you button pushing YouTube keyboard fucking warriors. I'm a real life person. That's why I got my, real life name up there. I'm not hard to find. I'm not threatening anybody. I'm promising that seeing as how, like this morning, you want to talk about how he's got 80 pounds on me and could whoop me any day, fuck, then let's do that. I'm begging. He's done ran his mouth about it enough. You've been running your mouth for him about it enough. Let's fucking make it happen. I'm not hard to find. What I'm hard to do is impress when you can act a fool in someone else's coin shop from behind the desk in the most disrespectful manner of business I've ever seen performed in my life by even trying to speak to me when you already know we got a fucking problem. For one, I don't know where you grew up living at that you think you can talk to your enemies or people that you talk shit about, but I'm not the one. So, how disrespectful of him to even attempt that in someone else's shop? A. B. Told him once when he tried to speak to him and he shut his fucking mouth, we didn't have no reason to talk there. That was someone else's house. Because that's how I look at it. That was someone else's house. He was disrespecting someone else's house, and I was trying to be respectful. I had been there for 15 minutes without looking at him once or saying a fucking word, knowing he was sitting there, knowing my blood was boiling. So I think I acted the bigger man and tried to do my part. Then you want to go ahead and bring up some YouTube shit. Then you've done it. Then you pushed my buttons. Then it went from about business to about me and you needing to take care of business. You did that, not me. The shit at that coin show, I didn't do shit wrong. The person I was doing business with when that shit happened, I'm still doing business with today. I'm glad I got to meet them. Awesome folks. You can't act a certain way and think that everybody eventually ain't going to see through your bullshit just because you've got these masses that's bowed down to you. Me and one of these other folks that didn't want their name brought up said, I wonder how many others have quit YouTube coin community, changed their names, or just went completely silent because of this kind of stuff with Ida Herring and this little crew that they have. By the way, this is a crew of folks, y'all, that I looked up to Ravenhawk. I looked up to different ones of these folks, man. Like I said, I prayed with Miss Ida for her mother. My heart hurts for her for that loss. You know what I mean? These are people I looked up to at one point, and they absolutely stuck so many knives in me that it is unreal. Unbelievable. All the way to this point, when this shit went down at this coin show she was talking about, Miss Ida had me, she acted as a distraction when people at a coin show that I paid to be a vendor at went through my personal belongings. My crippled ass, as she puts it, was carrying Miss Ida Herring's bags out to her vehicle so she wouldn't have to. You know that, Miss Coin Crew? Do you know that? Meanwhile, I ain't threatened nobody. See, that's where you need to get your facts straight. I ain't threatening nobody. What I'm saying is this. We gonna one day see each other, and all the shit that they've talked about how they can do this or that, they need to live up to. I'm not playing a victim a bit. Look, this is the thing. You've called me out. You've had other people call me out, then face me. Don't be worried about, as you put it, my 125-pound ass, which, by the way, I weigh more than that, but that's okay. I'll go with that. Just go ahead and deal with it then. Let's just be men about it. There is lots of places I think Ida was pointing out that we live in about the same area. Lots of places around here we could go out in the fucking country and just deal with it, man. Obviously, we got beef. You had beef enough that you wanted to take it up in someone else's coin shop. I didn't come to him about that, Miss Coin Crew. He came to me about it and said something first, for fact. Hey, I didn't. Did I give it out? I ain't gave it out yet. I don't need to. So there you go with more lies. See, if y'all actually paid attention, then you'd get your stories right. Me having the address and me giving it out is two different things. I don't need to give it out. I don't need anybody to take care of my problems, Miss Coin Crew. You know that? I think that's the problem is y'all think that you need other people to handle all your shit. I handle my own shit. I don't need to we don't what you don't do is when you see me in public, come at me sideways. I ain't came at none of you all. You know what? I seen the whole little group over there at that coin show. I intentionally did not go around that group at that coin show. You're not my people, man. So why would I go around you? He's not my people, so why would he speak to me in someone else's fucking coin shop? These are the things you should ask yourself. Who is the one egging this on? I did nothing wrong at the coin show, was strictly about business. Same thing at the coin shop. And I think that's why you all fear me and come at me like you do. Because I am strictly business. And you can't handle that my business has came up from a little bit of nothing to something. And I ain't one of your silver spoon fed cousins or brothers. See, I think that's where the problem lies. I think when we get down to the nuts and bolts of you all on that side of that coin group, y'all got this little family thing going on, this other shit. If you watch each other's videos, that's what you do. You video each other's coin shops, you do this, you do that. I mean, you know what I mean? You got a family tied down. I get it. I get what you're trying to do. And I get that I'm the bad guy that's a sore in your fucking foot because I'm not a part of that. I'm the guy that has just done it on his own. With God's good graces and what very few people we have with backbones that have stood behind me, we're running a successful business. I don't know. I don't know what the rest of y'all do in your spare time. This is all you have to do. I almost feel bad for you because, damn, I'm a guy that's I, I'm going through so much medical stuff that I don't even tell y'all about. Y'all think it's funny and laugh about the fact that I'm down to a good, 145 pounds right now. But the thing is, even at this weight, and even as sick as I am, I would be willing to take an ass whooping standing up for my name and standing up for other people I know has had their names crushed than to let you keep just pissing on people all the time. All the time. And then your manipulational bullshit is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I got to see David Carlisle. I mean David. Yeah, David and different ones of y'all. When I see your name in here, I would know y'all. Over there, in Miss Ida's talking shit this morning. Anytime I go into a chat room with them, they are just cute as pie with me. You know what, Miss Coin Crew? The funny thing about you speaking up is this. Well, the problem is, you're right. The lies that keep coming from y'all's side that go all the way back. Like I said, if I could get the whole story out there with the people that's all involved in it that just want to go away and be silent and they don't want their names to be brought up, see, that's where you got it tied down. You done scared some folks into not letting the whole story be told. Meanwhile, you know I'm not going to throw their names in it without their okay. So isn't that clever that you can say that? That is so nice. Meanwhile, I'll be honest with you. The one person I figured I would see at this fucking coin show and had already planned on just being nice as pie to, because even last year at that same coin show, knowing I felt the same way that I felt this year, Miss Coin Crew gave me a hug. That woman was nice to me, and I was nice to her back. That's a fact. That's the one person I figured if I seen I was going to have to be kind to because I knew she would be too kind to me and would give me a hug. And now this is what I'm seeing in my chat. See, this is the problem. You get emotionally tied up with these people. You actually get to thinking they care about you or others. And then one day you see the truth. And see, that's just it. I seen the fucking truth. I know because I guarantee you this, Miss Coin Crew. If I thought you went from 180 pounds down to 125, I would be really concerned about what the hell was going on with you. You know how many people I have prayed with and helped with. And this whole time, kept to myself pretty much that you're right. Cancer might take me off this planet before I get a chance to lay my hands on one of y'all real good. But damn you for making me think that I was a part of anything good to just watch. This is how it is. Meanwhile, I know others out there going through shit too, and they keep it to themselves because we don't even want to share it with you shits. All you maggots, you make me fucking sick. You play so nice to people. Then when people's really going through shit, you don't give a fuck. What you do is you just stick another knife in them. What you've done is caught me at my fucking weakest in the last two. Every one of you have took advantage of that. And I swear on every fucking thing holy that I'm gonna beat this shit and I'm gonna come back stronger than I was before. And I pray to God that either between now and then or after that, that I fucking catch one of y'all within fucking hand's grip that has laid lips about me on the fucking internet. Because it is gonna come true. I'm telling you for fucking fact, not fiction. We're gonna lay hands right then. And you know what, Miss Coin Crew? I am a fucking thug. I was raised on that side of the tracks, not yours. Make it what you want, but that's who the fuck I am. But I'm a thug that got some God in his life and tried to get right. And you know what? Y'all have pulled the fucking evil right out of me. So I hope you are fucking happy. If that's what you think being a good creator and a good influence about is, then you know what I mean? There's something ate up wrong with you. I don't need no peace, Miss Coin Crew. I'm good with whatever the fuck is happening with me. You can believe that. What I need everybody to understand is this: there ain't never going to be a day that I'm so sick that I won't throw hands with you. And I don't give a fuck if you got me by 280 pounds or 80 pounds or whatever. I guarantee you that. This man survived maximum security penitentiary at age 16. I ain't about to let no motherfucker out here on the streets talk shit about me and walk around me about it. You understand that? Put that in your fucking pipe and smoke it. Take that to your fucking police and tell them. They're going to tell you you're fucking right. You probably need to leave that bear alone. Meanwhile, I ain't did shit wrong. Whenever it comes down to it, you can go ahead then and press charges when I put hands on you because you've ran your fucking mouth. Meanwhile, you're a woman, so you're blessed. I'm not going to go there because I don't do that. You can just keep on chattering. All I'm hearing is noise and you protecting one of your clan. And I got it. I get it. It's your whole little clan. You know it? Meanwhile, we're going to keep on doing right for those that's in need in the community and people going through shit. And I'm going to keep on fighting this shit. I'm going to beat this shit. And I'm going to beat the shit out of some motherfuckers that have just laid my name to rest. I promise you that. Promise you. This is one of the biggest drives in me staying alive right now. I promise you. So thank you for being a part of that. That's a fact. Meanwhile, God bless the rest of them that's just completely left YouTube and everything else because y'all shit on them, smashed on them, and stepped on them so fucking hard they felt like they didn't have a place to breathe over here no more. That's not what it was supposed to be about. You know what I miss? I miss the YouTube group that I started watching before my blindfolds come off. But now I see what's happened to me, and then I see others before me, and I don't wonder where they went. I know what happened to them. They were used and abused and tossed aside, stepped on, and that was it. Oh my goodness, Furry. I'm telling you this. Sheesh. Hey, this is the crazy part, right? At the same time in life that I was trying to get my life right, get my soul on the right track, that's when I came into YouTube. All of a sudden, I had this fucking imaginary family that actually cared about me. You know what it feels like when you find out that they're all fucking fake? That none of them care about anybody but themselves at the end of the day? That they will absolutely drag your name through the fucking mud just so they can build themselves up? Do you know what that feels like? Not only did I not have a family on the streets, but then I got shit on this virtual family I had too. That's amazing. Meanwhile, I did nothing wrong but stand up for people that were innocent and didn't have a voice to stand up for themselves. And if I could only tell you all the whole story, then you would know, but I can't because they don't want their names out there and they don't want the story out there, and it's a fucking shame. Shame on you, Miss Coin Crew, and the rest of them. You're back and shit. I don't even think you were a part of the original thing. I think that you just came along after the fact. But shame on all y'all that don't even know how any of this started and don't really give two fucks. You just want to keep feeding and poking the bear. And yeah, it's going to make a lot of great live entertainment. Well, I can't agree with anybody that says, you know what, I have a problem gambling, so everybody should just stop going to these channels that gamble. Guess what? I'm a fucking alcoholic. Guess what I don't do? I don't drink. Guess what my roommate does? Every once in a while, she has a drink. Guess what I do? I go on dates to bars, clubs. Guess what I don't do there? I don't drink. You're a fucking adult. Why would you go live telling people don't go to the gambling channels because they're gambling and I can't handle it? Don't go to the gambling channels. Don't go live and tell everybody how not to go to them because they're ruining everybody's life. Fuck, they're adults. Be an adult. Don't go to the gambling channel. Jeff Crumpler is an alcoholic. I don't drink when I'm at the club or at the bar or at the fucking clubhouse. I don't drink. I got a club card that I have to go to the clubhouse. You know what I buy with my club card? Red Bull. I don't buy alcohol. What the fuck? Ugh. So yeah, go to people's channels. Don't get in the fucking games if you have a gambling problem. That don't mean you report their channels and try to get them shut down like you have mine. That's some snaky ass shit. Anybody that thinks that kind of shit's okay are just a group of snakes also. That's what you've done to me. That's what you've tried to do to others until they agreed to be okay with this and okay with that. I'm not okay with any of it. You can't silence me. You can't make me okay with it. Anybody else that thinks that's okay, I don't know what kind of bullshit you're on. If you have a gambling problem, don't go to channels that gamble then, man. If you go to them, don't gamble. That's like saying don't turn on your TV because they got lottery commercials. The fuck does that mean? That means that you're not stable in your own well being enough to not be able to gamble when you see a gambling channel. Not my fault. You used to come and support my channel by buying things in auctions. It didn't have anything to do with gambling. I did both. I ran games and auctions. All of a sudden, all that stopped too. It's crazy. I watch y'all take a somebody I considered a friend and manipulate him and twist him up to where he's so twisted up trying to be a part of YouTube and trying to figure out things that I can't even talk to him no more. Between that and everything going on with my physical being, that he just couldn't. It's hard. Right now, it's hard for anybody to be my friend, probably for real, because I've just pushed away a lot of shit. But I ain't intentionally pushed away YouTube. I've intentionally tried to push away shit to save my own sanity and probably to save others' lives because, yeah, just keep pushing the bear. That's always a great idea. I'm thinking, fuck, if there's a real judge alive in the world, he'd be like, well, y'all just kept pushing it, the dude. I don't know why you would keep doing it. You already know you did wrong in the beginning anyway, so of course he's fucking mad at you. Meanwhile, here's the thing. Just a question for the 11 of you out there in chat and try to make this make sense. Miss Coin Crew, you spoke up, so make this make sense to me. You pay admission as a vendor to a coin show. You're helping someone get their bags in their vehicle. Meanwhile, another vendor at the coin show tells some folks, hey, look, I think there's some marijuana in dude's bag. At what point is it okay for all the other vendors to go through that dude's personal belongings at that coin show? Can we all talk about that? Can we all talk about that y'all dug through like $20,000 worth of silver and gold that wasn't yours looking for marijuana? Can we talk about that, Miss Ida? That you watched that go down. So who does that? What vendor, what show lets that happen? Meanwhile, I'll tell you this for fact. It would have been a cold day in hell before I'd have let anybody go through your bags, Miss Ida. Ever. Never would I have. Never would I have. Yeah, I definitely was. As a matter of fact, I still got my phone from back then, Miss Ida. So I can definitely pull up the messages and the phone calls between me and you. See, I did keep those kind of receipts. So you got to watch what you're lying about. Yes, ma'am. See, I'm smart enough. I did keep that. And like I said, God bless you. I know you were going through terrible things then. And me and Kayla was just terribly excited that you were going to the coin show. And that's why we were so excited for you to get to go. Can you imagine my craziness behind how all this even happened when somebody you admire, somebody that you want to get to know, and somebody that you literally feel heartbroken for because you know they just lost their mom and you're watching your mom sick with cancer and you're like, damn, I know what this lady's going through. So I'm not lying, but I can go get the other phone and we can look through it if you'd like. I'm good with that. See, that phone's not on anymore, and I've went and got 5 other phones since then, but I still got it. So I can pull up the messages and we can all look at them. Miss Coin Crew, you know what? Obviously, the cops didn't arrest me. There was no marijuana in the bag. The only marijuana was in my pocket along with my medical card, which they looked at, gave back to me, and told me, you need to get away from these crazy people. They're trying to get you locked up. That was it. So no, obviously I did nothing wrong. They did not arrest me. They did not give me a ticket. They did not detain me. What did happen was a bunch of grown ass adults that were vendors at a coin show went through my personal belongings. That happened. What are you talking about? Best friends with? What are you talking about? See, Miss Ida, you talking about stuff I don't even know what you're talking about, man. How is that another lie? Everybody can go back there and watch that. There was nothing. Well, if I did something wrong, then why wouldn't they arrest me, Miss Ida? By the way, something else you didn't know, or the rest of them jackasses that day, that was my final day on parole. That's right. I even had my visiting Oklahoma paperwork in my pocket. Y'all really thought you were putting me in a trick bag that day. And guess who was squeaky clean? This guy, for fact. Yep. Go look it up. It's on Missouri DOC. I believe you're going to check that date. And that was my final day of parole. So, yeah, all of my shit was straight. So, thank you for not getting your facts straight again. Well, if you didn't pray whenever we were praying for you on the channel for your mom, then God bless you. Yeah, you can. So, check out that date. Now, tell me if I wasn't squeaky clean, why they wouldn't have locked my ass up, seeing as how I was on parole. That was my final day on parole. So it was a nice move, but you couldn't get me with that checkmate in there and get me all locked up because I had done nothing wrong. Y'all are just a bunch of pukes. Fact. So there we go. Another one of Miss Ida Herring's lies brought to light. And Miss Ida, I wouldn't expect you to admit me being kind to you at all because you are a very manipulative. I don't even know how to explain how dark you are on the inside for real. Besides this, Miss Kayla fan looked up to you. She adored you. And the way you treated her and the way you tried to make her look, shame on you. Shame on you. And your mom seemed to be a decent person. And yeah, I'm sorry you don't want to admit to that now that I actually was kind to you back then. But like I said, I've still got the phone. So don't worry, I'll go put it on a charger and I'll make sure to do another live stream and show mine and yours messages back and forth. And then we can all determine once again who in the fuck's lying. See, because unfortunately for you, I keep all my phones because, well, there's a lot of stuff in them, but I don't get rid of them. And I got all the messages on them. Really, really, Miss Ida. So that's not how you managed to get a hold of Miss Kayla to get her to ride with you, or man, you're such man alive. This woman right here, Miss Ida. God bless you. Dang it, man, is that phone? That phone ain't charged up. I swear on everything. Holy, wait till I get the phone charged up. I got you, ma'am. See, I'm telling y'all, this is the kind of lies and bullshit y'all are living with over here in YouTube world. And they're gonna dress it up and make it okay and everything else, and it's truly not. And it's okay. So Miss Ida, yours I can show. I feel like at this point, mine and yours messages, unless they involve other people, I think they're gonna be public record. Dude, I don't have to believe in Miss Coin Crew. I know for fact. Just like I know for fact, I prayed with Teacher whenever he was having his little episode, and you were doing your live stream with him. See, shit like that, I do get involved in. Why would I lie about it? You know what I mean? That's when I started helping that dude out, even though I knew he was one bolt short of a full circuit, because I knew he needed somebody around him to talk to. Shame on me for once again getting to know somebody that just co- completely proved to be a complete nut job for real. So there you go. So I once again don't know what you're talking about. It's true facts, and that's how I even got close to him was because of you trying to do good things. See, y'all try to throw dirt on everything good I've ever done. Meanwhile, y'all have done some good too, but I'm not sure the reason behind your good is really good. Well, that's good, Miss Ida. You shouldn't disrespect somebody like him. Somebody like him. Okay, I'm going to tell you all this much of this. What happened at that coin show was that Teacher decided he wanted to keep making moves at a young lady that was way younger than I, even married on top of that, made her feel so fucking uncomfortable that she was sick, wanted to get the hell away from there. Meanwhile, in that time period, decided in his head that something had to have been going on between me and her. That's a fact. In exchange, these cocksuckers decided there was something in my bags while I was loading up Miss Ida's shit. So go figure out how that snaky shit happens. And then there was nothing. So then there was nothing to that anymore. So once again, you snaked two people in that move, Miss Ida. If y'all, boy, man, if y'all only knew the fucking truth about how that man acts towards young ladies. So maybe that's what needs to come out, anyways. So yeah, I'm not cool with Teacher. I'm not cool with the fact that he wouldn't leave her alone. I'm not cool with it at all. Okay. So I'm not ever going to be okay with that. I'm sorry that I have to be the man that says, hey, look, not cool, back off. Sorry no one else had the balls enough to do that. I don't care what branch of service you served in. My mom and dad are both veterans. I have a brother that was shot down in Desert Storm. So don't you dare fucking tell me about veterans. Meanwhile, if any one of them acted that way around a young lady that was married, I'd put them in their fucking place too. So shame on you once again for twisting up some bullshit and not telling the truth. And damn the world because I can't go ahead and just come out with the other person and be like, here you go. Tell these motherfuckers really what happened. Shame on you, fucking Ida. Shame on you. Fucking fact. Shame on you. And shame on that piece of shit for sure. He's a grown ass man. No, no. Yeah, some things ain't okay. And that's one of them. Like I done said, there's a whole lot that if everybody would be okay about their names being in it and it just coming out and would just stand by it, then the truth would really be told. Y'all just keep hiding behind your little manipulations of bullshit and trying to fish around the story instead of coming out with the whole fucking truth. Meanwhile, go ahead and wrap it up into him being a veteran like I'm disrespecting veterans. No, he is a disrespect to veterans when he wants to act that way towards young ladies that are married that are not interested and keeps being fucking persistent. Scott S. Okay, well, I can tell you this. He hosted a coin show that I was a vendor at. We can just, well, we can go back further than that. First thing he did was he started speaking out on gambling. He took down his coin hunting show because he didn't want to be wrapped up with the gambling channels that were running competition and pulling people from his streams, is what was going on. So he went all this whole thing about how he wasn't doing the coin roll hunts no more. He reached out to different ones that were doing the coin roll hunts too. Rob Finds Treasure quit doing them for pay. Said, okay, you're right, that could be considered gambling. They went ahead and did that. They made that move. They tried to press Tupac into it. Tupac said, it ain't happening, man. Everybody wins something on my channel. It ain't gambling. Tupac's amend to that was going live and saying, okay, I can't represent the gambling channels no more. I can no longer promote them because I don't want to be a part of that. That was Tupac's answer to that, Scott S. Mad Stacker's answer to that was the middle finger, told him to fuck off, I'll search coins anyways, because he was already doing the game, so he didn't care. So now let's go all the way back to that. So that was Ravenhawk's first move. Meanwhile, he sit there, two tables down from me at that coin show, talking with Silver Seeker about I'll be glad when they banned all these channels that have anything to do with running the races and shit. So me and my co-host that was at the show had to sit and listen to that to the point where it was making her uncomfortable. One, right? That's a fact. So that was the first one, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I was like, that's nothing, right? That's just a YouTube thing, right? I'm whatever. They're beefing about that, no problem. I still got a table at Ravenhawk's show because I was excited for Ravenhawk. Here's this YouTuber I've watched come up. He's gonna host his first coin show. I'm excited, right? I had coining around and others tell me, hey man, probably not a good idea. I don't know what you're thinking. You're going into the snake pit. You know what I mean? These people have been blowing us down on YouTube. You're gonna go there anyways. I went there because I admired the dude still. He went from a YouTuber to somebody hosting his very own first coin show. Okay, now keep that in mind. So we go there, we do that. Meanwhile, I was talking to Miss Ida between, even though now she don't recall me talking to her during that time, I definitely was. Miss Kayla arranged to be able to ride with her to the coin show and everything else. It's amazing. Although none of us ever spoke, right? It's amazing. So here we go. Here's this happening. So then we get to the coin show, and some other shit during that thing goes down between this teacher guy and this other person that's at my table with me, right? Who happens to be a co-host on one of my shows, whose name's going to stay anonymous. Period. Meanwhile, another one of his hate vents wanting what? Look, no, I never said anything about. Look, I ain't. Geez, what I hate's lies. So don't worry about them, Scott S. Hold on a second, and I'll clear this up for you. This is where they go, and y'all wonder where this anger comes from. So this is how it happens, and this is how they manipulate you and they manipulate people. So we push the coin show, we do everything else, even with Oregon Stacker, and them telling me, "Hey Jeff, man, you're tripping, dude. Why are you going here with these people? They just gonna, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be all bad." I do the whole coin show, man. Coin show's over. Obviously, teacher's pissed at me day two, and I know why. It's because I done told him, hey, man, you got to back off of this chick. She ain't no way at all interested in you, and you're tripping. So, so now all of a sudden I'm the bad guy, right? Teacher wants nothing to do with me, even at the motel room. I get it. So I get to calling the cops the next day and doing all the bullshit. What I don't understand is how other YouTubers and other vendors stand around when another person goes through another person's precious metal. Period. End of story. And you all did. I know because some of them came to me and told me who all watched and who all knew that they were going through my stuff. Man, I would have literally died before I'd have let anybody go through any one of y'all's shit, man. That's not what's supposed to happen at coin shows. That's not what's supposed to happen amongst vendors, let alone YouTubers, man. What kind of snaky ass shit is that? Meanwhile, Ravenhawk was the one hosting the show. He watched the shit go down. Ravenhawk knows I did nothing illegally wrong. That's why I wasn't arrested. So you can ask him that. I was not removed from the property. I fucking left as soon as I found a ride away from the crazy. But God bless that there was something good come out of that coin show. Miss MJ Squirrel. I got to know her better by her just being so kind hearted and so honest. Y'all, that woman ended up with a duffel bag of mine. She could have left there with somewhere around $10,000 worth of gold and silver that was in one duffel bag. She could have drove off, never seen me again. She chased our car all the way almost, and I mean, I bet it was 45 minutes away that we pulled over and got gas, and there she was following us with that duffel bag. So God bless her. I met a good hearted person. Out of all that craziness, I met a good hearted person. You know, another thing I did? I talked to Rob Finds Treasures about my brain tumor. He's one of the only people on YouTube at that time I talked to. And Rob prayed with me at that show. So good on him. See, there was some good that come of that. And God bless Rob for doing that, and his wife are good people. And you'll notice I ain't said nothing about none of that because they ain't got no part in none of it. They didn't do no snaky shit, man. Anybody that thinks that's okay, that's some snaky shit, man. I would have done anything to protected your property. I would not let anybody else done it. As a matter of fact, Miss Ida went away for a while and I watched her table. I would have never let anybody have went through her thing. So if y'all wonder where my heartbreak and my hatred and anger comes from, there's more to it than even that. But do I need to go any further? I mean, because it gets deeper than that even. At what point do you not understand where I'm coming from? So let's just say we don't talk no more. We don't get along. When I'm at coin shows and you're at coin shows, we don't speak. I'm okay with that. I'm great with that. What I don't want you to do is come at me about shit and then think I'm not going to fucking freak out on you. You got to know that I'm not like you all. I'm not going to push buttons and email about it and just be on some sly bullshit. I'm just going to be on some straight up shit. So let's just say none of us have to never speak again. It would be so much better that way for all involved. Instead, this morning, before I even go to my fucking first job, I'm getting messages talking about you need to look at this, Jeff. What the fuck? You can't just keep my name out your mouth and your bullshit. I mean, I missed the part where you're Ravenhawk spokesperson, but apparently you are. And you said this morning he had 80 pounds on me so he could whoop me all day because he works out. So I'm saying let's test that theory, motherfucker. We both do live here. There's a field right out here, man. Ain't none of my people calling the law, I promise. We can come handle it. We're both adults. You can't have your mama on YouTube out of here and say you could take me anytime and not expect me to be looking for a fight with you because I don't think you can, no matter how sick I am. How about that? I'm betting on my worst day on this fucking planet, I can beat you on your best. So I'm saying we both know some of the same people. We can just take care of it. Makes no sense. Not threatening it. I'm saying we could throw hands. Hell, I ain't saying I don't think I could kill him with my bare hands. I mean, I'm not going to try to. I'm just saying he's done talked enough shit that I'm pretty sure as adults that we can just throw hands. And Scott, what should upset you is the fact that they're the way they are. They're supposed to be coin people, but they're coin people that's okay with running a show and letting other motherfuckers go through vendors' property. That's a problem. I don't know. I don't know how anybody could be okay with that. That's what you should be upset with. You should be like, damn, that ain't right. But something's wrong with you weirdos in YouTube that's okay and I'm wrong. I don't get it. If it was you, I think you'd be pissed too. You know what I mean? I think you'd been like, "What the fuck are you doing in my shit?" That whole day, I'm just, you don't know how much God has changed my life to where I didn't already make the national news when I caught them going through my shit. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't be in someone else's shit at a coin show. Who does that? Who allows that to happen? I don't even know. So no, no, we're not okay. Then I have this dude. What the hell's his name here? It's written down here. This Mike Boyer. This Mike Boyer dude points Ravenhawk out as one of the ones that wants me to remove from a coin show that I'm at minding my own fucking business, taking care of business I had with other vendors that I already had prearranged because I'm a businessman. See, and that's why they can't handle me, Scott, because I'm a businessman on a whole different level than them. And they don't know how to compete with that any other way than to do this bullshit on YouTube. It's amazing. More amazing is that I just keep growing, even though they just keep being here on YouTube or Facebook. I don't even have fucking Facebook. Feds indicted me off of Fedbook. You couldn't get me to play on Facebook or message or do anything else on Fedbook. I'm good. Last thing about me on Facebook was me with automatic weapons. I'm cool. I thank the ex girlfriend for posting that bullshit. I don't even know the password to it and don't care to. So yeah, you can miss me with your Facebook shit, but that's the kind of shit they're up to. You know what I mean? Well, Scott, I'm guessing if he's that afraid of getting whooped, if he thinks it'd actually kill him, then I'm sorry. I wouldn't want that to happen to him. I'm willing to take a chance that boxing with him ain't gonna kill me, so I think we can handle that. Meanwhile, I'd be willing to bet that my medical issues are probably more than his. So we, I'm probably taking the bigger end of that chance, and I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit. So yeah, any other questions? Yeah, everybody's all real quiet now. It's like, come on, man, y'all got to realize that yeah, that's just a part of the reason why. There is so much more. Like I said, if I could get the other two or three people to be okay with their stories being told and the bullshit trauma and drama these people have caused in so many other people's lives, it would be unbelievable. Then y'all could judge for yourselves and be like, okay, there is a reason why he is at this end. There's a reason why he's been pushed this freaking far. And the reason why, Scott S, is because I actually cared. You know what I mean? I allowed myself to give a shit and cared about people. And unfortunately, I can't be okay with watching them hurt or suffer silently, even though they choose to go ahead and do so. Hey, Miss Firefly Angel, I appreciate you. How are you doing? She says, I'm doing. Firefly, I appreciate you. Furry, I appreciate you. Thank you all. Meanwhile, you got to know this. Probably Miss Ida's channel, I'm probably blocked. I probably couldn't have left a comment, even though I thought about telling her, won't you tell the truth? For one, I'm not thug stacking. I've met and got to know three Hells Angels in my life, two of which pretty solid dudes, one of which I couldn't fucking stand. Not the club I run with. So why don't you all get your fucking story straight? For one, Hells Angels don't even have a fucking clubhouse in the state of Missouri that I'm aware of, or at least they didn't used to. So I don't know how in the fuck I'd ever even ran around with them. So whatever that lie was on your channel this morning, y'all can miss me with that shit because I guarantee you the organizations I'm patched with wouldn't be real thrilled about you even getting them mixed up in any of your bullshit on YouTube. So you can miss me with that. most of my tat work's been showed on YouTube, and some of y'all can probably figure out what the fuck it is patches I'm wearing. So I don't know what is wrong with you lame ass cats that keep spitting non-truths, Miss Ida, letting others spit non-truths, Miss Ida. Meanwhile, they block you from their channels. You can see that I allow that into my channel. They come over here. They can try to throw some BS. At least then I get to at least say something halfway back. Even though the bigger parts of the story get left untold because there's others involved that wish to remain anonymous. They do not want to be drugged through the mud anymore than they already were. So, one of these days, they're going to go ahead and be like, you know what? You're right, Jeff. Everybody deserves to know the truth. And then there's a lot of y'all that are in here right now going, this is sad and this is sorry. It's because y'all care, right? And I can appreciate that. I really can. Because I really cared about a lot of these folks before. Didn't even care about anything before them, really. I was that guy in life that I turned off every emotion I had. So they got me back into my feelings for them, and then they did some real trashy shit. So I'm just the guy that you can't piss on until it's raining. I'm just not okay with it. I'm not going to lay down like others have or just go away quietly. Just not that guy. One of these days, these other folks will be like, just like victims of other things that are afraid or ashamed to come out. One of these days, one of these other people, or a couple of these other people, they ain't going to be ashamed to let it come out. And then y'all are going to see what you're following. Then you're going to see a little more of what's really in their closet. My closet's pretty wide open. I don't know why you're worried about me, Furry. I'm fine. Look, hey, the doctor let me come home yesterday, so I'm good. I have next doctor's appointments Friday. Friday morning. Friday morning, we got to do a real quick Whatnot show. I'll set it early. So for those of you on Whatnot, Friday morning time on the show is going to change. That's the only thing that's changing. Don't pee on Jeff unless he asks you to. Oh, that's right. You got to be cute, blonde, and not over 4 foot tall. Ah, that's a lie. You could be Asian and pull that off too. I'd be okay with it. What? See, I'm that kind of honest, and it's okay. One of these days, people get used to just people being real with folks. I'm so not one of these fake cats, man. I'm the guy that took you all the way to Florida with me because I met a chick on YouTube and went down there just to get with her for a bit. So don't think I'm not that honest. I'm going to take you all along for the ride. Meanwhile, thank you all for being a part of the other things that we got going on. Y'all are absolute blessing. Whatnot. Sheesh. Those of you that watch and follow this, I know I'm getting DMs from over there right now. Some of them watching. God bless y'all. Now you know why. Now you know why we praise Whatnot. Y'all want to do some auctioning, some fun stuff? Get over there to Whatnot. You're gonna find these premium items going for below melt sometimes. Don't get in the games if you have a gambling problem. Go to the auction. They are brick and mortar dealers, y'all. They're gonna give you brick and mortar prices. You're gonna find the deals on Whatnot. I promise you. Meanwhile, if you're somebody that likes to take a chance and play the games, sweet Jesus, they got all kinds of those too. Be careful now. I'm telling you, swipe that thing too many times, you'll be in trouble. So do yourselves a favor on Whatnot. Be careful swiping the button. If you got a gambling problem, maybe don't click on the gambling channels where it's for chance. Lots and lots of auctions. All brick and mortar vendors from across the United States. Very reliable product. Very reliable shipping. Meanwhile, you can check us out over there. We are a 5-star seller. We have 1 day shipping, which is as fast as they can market. I'm same day shipping. We've got over 2,500 sales, over 2,000 followers. I appreciate y'all over there. Y'all are amazing. God bless all y'all. And know this, God loves all y'all, even the assholes. Just because I don't like you, don't mean God don't love you. I'm a Christian that is still a broken man and a broken Christian. I'm just trying to do better every day. Doing better every day, used to be a part of. Watching what it has done to others and what it's tried to do to me has made me very cold towards what's the dark secrets behind some of those entities you see in this chat room today. And that is a fact. I pray to God that y'all just stay strong out there, stay vigilant. Meanwhile, I hope everybody had the very best 4th of July they could and brought in, America's birthday to the fullest. I appreciate y'all. We're going to do more stuff on YouTube. Told you all that the other night. Try to get back to it. I'll be honest with y'all, with the health stuff, it's been easier for me to do the whatnot in the morning time, take care of doctor stuff in the evening, and I'm just trying to get it all figured out. Each time that I have to do something different, it changes everything for me. So sorry, I just don't talk about it a lot, but with those changes, other changes come with it. Anyways, we got stuff going on. Friday, whatnot will be earlier than 7:45, so that means whatnot Friday morning probably start around maybe 6:30. I don't know. That way I'm done in plenty of time. And I do appreciate prayers, Furry. I appreciate. Miss Furry was messaging me yesterday. She's like, "You out the doctor yet? They gonna let you go home?" I'm that guy, man. I checked myself out of the hospital. I don't like being there. I want to live my life out here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna live my life out here with my head up. I ain't gonna run around having people walking on the streets around me, bringing my name down, and me watching them hurt other people who've just took tail and ran. It's not right. So thank you all for being in here and standing by. I appreciate you. And I hope the rest of y'all have a great day. Follow who you want to. But one of these days, I'll be able to tell you all the whole story. You won't hear bits and pieces of it from me or Miss Ida. You'll be able to hear the whole story from others as well. I pray that one day they get the backbone, that it's okay with them, that it can all come out, because I think it would do everybody a world of good to see the truth. But until then, I want to make this very clear. God loves each and every one of y'all. Some of y'all I wouldn't piss on if you was on fire and I pissed gasoline, so go figure that one out. Meanwhile, the rest of y'all, I appreciate the hell out of you and I'd do anything for you. Just know that. All right, remember this. Keep your heads up, your feet down. Keep reaching for them stars. Keep stacking that silver and gold, y'all. I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Thank you all. Just remember, keep your heads up, keep your feet down, keep reaching for those stars. Keep stacking that silver and gold. Until next time, God bless. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Thank you all. Keep your heads up, keep your feet down, keep reaching for those stars, and keep stacking that silver and gold. God bless. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Them stay their peace. It's a big part of America. We want all voices to have a side. It's a shame that they've tried to silence this one as much as they could. All right, y'all. God bless. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.